The Lost City of Atlantis, the greatest mystery of all time. Was it real or just a legend? A lost civilization, advanced beyond its time, swallowed by the sea in a single night. For centuries, the legend of Atlantis has captured the human imagination. A magnificent island, home to an advanced people with incredible technology and wealth, until it mysteriously disappeared beneath the waves. But was Atlantis real? Or was it just a myth created by the great philosopher Plato? In this video, we will embark on a deep investigation, exploring the origins of Atlantis, its possible locations, and the scientific evidence that might finally reveal the truth. Prepare yourself, as we dive into one of the greatest mysteries of all time. Chapter 1: The Origins of the Atlantis Story. The story of Atlantis comes from Plato, one of the greatest philosophers in history. Around 360 BC, Plato wrote two dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, where he described a powerful and advanced civilization that existed 9,000 years before his time. According to his account, Atlantis was a massive island, larger than Libya and Asia combined, located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. Plato wrote that Atlantis was a utopia, with grand temples, luxurious palaces, and an advanced society ruled by kings descended from the god Poseidon. But over time, the Atlanteans became greedy and corrupt. They sought to dominate the world, and in doing so, they angered the gods. As punishment, Atlantis was destroyed in a single day and night, sinking beneath the ocean forever. But was this a real historical event? Or just a metaphor for human arrogance? Chapter 2: The Search for Atlantis. For centuries, explorers, historians, and even scientists have searched for Atlantis. Some believe it was a real place, lost to time. Others argue it was purely a moral lesson created by Plato. But if Atlantis really existed, where could it be? Let's explore some of the most popular theories about its possible location. Chapter 3: The Possible Locations of Atlantis. 1. The Minoan Civilization, Crete and Santorini. One of the most widely accepted theories is that Atlantis was actually the Minoan civilization, which thrived on the island of Crete and Santorini around 3000 BC. The Minoans were incredibly advanced for their time, with impressive palaces, complex drainage systems, and extensive trade networks. However, around 1600 BC, a massive volcanic eruption on Santorini triggered catastrophic tsunamis and earthquakes, which could have wiped out their civilization. Could this have been the disaster that inspired Plato's story of Atlantis? Two, the Bahamas and the Bimini Road. Some researchers believe Atlantis was located in the Caribbean, near the Bahamas. In 1968, divers discovered a strange underwater structure called the Bimini Road, a formation of large rectangular stones that some believe are the remains of an ancient city. However, geologists argue that this structure is a natural rock formation. So, is this really evidence of Atlantis, or just a coincidence? 3. The Mediterranean, the Lost City of Tartessos. Another theory suggests that Atlantis was actually the lost city of Tartessos, an ancient Iberian civilization mentioned in Greek texts. Tartessos was known for its incredible wealth and trade, but it mysteriously vanished from history. Some believe that Tartessos could have been Atlantis, destroyed by a natural disaster or war. 4. Antarctica, a lost continent beneath the ice. One of the most controversial theories suggests that Atlantis was actually located in Antarctica. According to this theory, Antarctica was once a warm, habitable continent, but due to a shift in the Earth's crust, it moved to the South Pole and became covered in ice. Supporters of this idea point to ancient maps, like the Piri-Reis map from 1513, which appears to show Antarctica without ice. Could this mean that Atlantis lies buried beneath the frozen wastelands of Antarctica? Chapter 4, Scientific Evidence. Could Atlantis have existed? While many historians dismiss Atlantis as a legend, some scientists believe that real geological events could explain the myth. One, the Great Flood Theory. Some researchers believe that Plato's story was based on real flood events that happened thousands of years ago. For example, around 5600 BC, the Black Sea experienced a catastrophic flood when the Mediterranean Sea broke through, rapidly expanding the Black Sea. This could have destroyed an ancient civilization, inspiring the tale of Atlantis. 2. Tsunamis and earthquakes. Massive earthquakes and tsunamis have wiped out civilizations before. Could Atlantis have been one of them? For example, in 373 BC, the ancient Greek city of Helike was destroyed by an earthquake and completely submerged by the sea. This event happened during Plato's lifetime. Perhaps it influenced his story of Atlantis. 3. Advanced prehistoric civilizations. Could Atlantis have been an ancient civilization with technology that was lost to time? Some researchers speculate that advanced civilizations could have existed before recorded history, only to be wiped out by natural disasters. If this is true, Atlantis may have been one of them. Chapter 5, The Legacy of Atlantis. Whether real or myth, Atlantis has left a lasting impact on human culture. From books and movies to conspiracy theories about ancient aliens, Atlantis continues to fascinate people around the world. Some believe that Atlantis still exists, hidden deep beneath the ocean, waiting to be discovered. Others argue that its true purpose was to serve as a warning about human greed and arrogance, a lesson that still applies to our world today. Conclusion: will we ever find Atlantis? So, what do you think? Was Atlantis a real place, now lost beneath the sea? Or was it just a story, a legend meant to teach us about the dangers of power and ambition? One thing is certain: the legend of Atlantis will continue to inspire, mystify, and captivate humanity for generations to come. What do you believe? Let us know in the comments.